If there's one thing flat earthers are extremely good at, it's failure. Especially when it comes to proving their space pancake. They could very well be quite accomplished at other things, of course. However, proving a flat earth or refuting the globe, it's fails all the way to the ice wall. Hello all and welcome along to another episode of Flat Earth Friday with me, Simon Dan. Thank you very much for joining me. Before we begin today, a quick thank you to the sponsors of today's video, Mack Weldon. When it comes to men's essential brands, you can't get much better than Mack Weldon. They believe in smart design, premium fabrics and simple shopping. They are the premium essentials brand. Socks, shirts, hoodies, underwear, polos or active shorts, Mack Weldon promises comfort and a consistent fit. They use a wide range of customised fabrics that can keep up with you no matter what your day looks like the silver or dry knit t-shirts, much like this one here which I purchased. I have to say though, my favourite thing still is the underwear, truly comfortable. However, with the dry knit t-shirts you can get outside and go for a nice walk in the sun, spending time with the family whilst feeling comfortable and looking stylish with Mack Weldon. They've also got a totally free loyalty program called Weldon Blue. Level 1 gets you free shipping for life, and once you reach level 2 by spending $200, you get 20% off every order you make in the next year. Mack Weldon wants you to be comfortable, so if you don't like your first pair of underwear, you can keep them and Mack Weldon will refund you, no questions asked. For 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/SimonDan and use my code SimonDan. Right, back to today's video and the 27th edition of the Flat Earth Fail compilation. We start with the king of really bad shouty arguments, Mr. Nathan Oakley, who thinks that the black swan disproves the globe. Let's go.
You can see the curvature when you look at the distance and see that the objects would be disappearing beyond the horizon.
So the horizon is a physical geometric sphere edge then? No, we've debunked that. If the Earth was a sphere with a radius of 3959 miles, then every distance to horizon measurement could be no more than 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. As per the geometric, begging the question, proof of nothing, perspective hijacking Earth curve calculator.
If the Earth had no atmosphere and was just a rock, much like the moon, then that would absolutely be the case. No arguments from me there. But it's not. It has a thick atmosphere capable of refracting quite a bit of light.
And the images of the black swan demonstrate beyond all certitude that the limitation claimed to be a physical horizon is beyond the limitations of the geometry of a sphere, Earth radius 3959. Therefore, the Earth is not a sphere, and the horizon is not physical Earth curve.
I don't think anyone claims that the horizon is the actual physical thing that we see. Normally it is an apparent horizon by the refraction of light, no matter how small that refraction is.
So no, we've debunked the horizon as a physical Earth curve edge. So to say, oh, I can see curvature at the horizon, is you telling me that the horizon is now Earth curve, like in your Earth curve maths?
Well, yes, because even though there is refraction, that still has a limit. Things will still be blocked by the apparent horizon. You can't see on forever, can you?
So in your Earth curve maths, it says the horizon's going to block things. But you've also told us that that maths doesn't represent what we see. Cognitive dissonance much?
Maybe he thinks he can see it, but just not calculate it somehow.
Ah, that's Arwin. He likes to block me whenever I pop up in Nathan's chat. Not even joking, I once said afternoon all and he timed me out.
The curve calculator doesn't represent what we see. How the hell are you going to claim that the blockage at the horizon is Earth curve, as per the maths, that you say doesn't represent what we see? You seem to be in cognitive dissonance, my friend. It can't both not be what we see and be your claim that the physical geometry is blocking things. Meanwhile, we've debunked it with the black swan. It's beyond all limitations of a geometric sphere edge horizon.
Show me the picture that debunked the Earth's curvature.
It's called the black swan. It shows the horizon beyond 9.6 miles when at the limitations of a geometry that you assert in the maths that you say doesn't represent what we see now, because you're an anti-flat earther, it would be at 1.2 miles. So the physical limitation of your view based on the geometry would be at 1.2 miles in that image, and it's beyond 10 miles, beyond things that should be obscured by it.
Oh, 10 miles? Not 10 miles. All of this argument, of course, is irrelevant because there still is a limit, which means there is a horizon, albeit an apparent one, which means The Earth is still spherical. And just on the black swan, literally everyone finds it hilarious that you keep rolling this photo out as a globe killer. An image which shows clear refraction. Take a look at the beam on the oil rig on the left. Just laughable, it really is. And of course, when there's less refraction in an image like this, oh look at that, the beam is straight and it's blocked by... what is that that's blocking it? Ah yes, it's the Earth.
Now, if the response to that is that it's refracted, then you can no longer use it to gain tangents to do the geometry as per the depiction on screen.
A depiction which is massively exaggerated.
So the depiction on screen is the Metabunk curve calculator that shows a straight line, that would be the geometric requirement for this model, tangent to a physical geometric sphere edge horizon, blocking things with a value that they'll give with a hidden attribution at feet or meters values.
And when tested with almost every observation, that Metabunk curve calculator gets everything pretty much correct.
So this is a claim that the horizon blocks things into the distance. If that was the case, then this would be the limitation to your view at 1.2 times the square root of the observer's height in feet. The black swan shows it's beyond that. Therefore, this geometry is no longer capable of being done, because the response is to say that this line required to do the geometry, called a tangent, is in fact bent.
Not that bent. When you're looking over a distance of around 10 miles, for example, it's unlikely you would notice the refraction on a globe of that scale. Nathan will literally say anything to keep up his facade, won't he? Right, next up is Dean Wright. Good old Dean Wright. What groundbreaking evidence does he have for us today?
Hello people, Dean Wright here with another video here, just out on the coast here today, and I'm actually on my haunches, so I'm about 3 feet head height, if that, off the ground. I know we've looked at these before, there's a lot of stuff in this short video today. There's your 22 mile marker there, that should be over 300 feet behind the curve.
Okay, let's quickly do the math on this one, shall we? Right, assuming that the land is 22 miles away and that he is around 3 feet above sea level, there should be around 220 feet hidden. Well, it does look elevated, doesn't it? So why wouldn't you see it? Odd piece of proof, that one.
Going to pan left this time. "22 miles away. You've seen this one before. Okay, should be over 300 feet behind the curve, and the height of that is 250 feet. So you shouldn't be seeing that at all."
Well, maybe you should. As we've already established, you've got your hidden height wrong. It would be very interesting to get his exact location and what he is looking at precisely, because I can guarantee you that the numbers will destroy his video.
I know I've done a lot of these videos of this area before, but every time I come out here, I always bring my camera. I can't help myself because there's so much to prove the flat earth. Let's just pan back on this one here.
It's zoom, Dean. Zoom. Panning as left to right.
And just give you a feel for how far away it is. Yeah. I'm actually on a jetty that leads into the sea, so I can get right next to it. So here we go. There's another small boat there we can pick out there, yeah. That's probably sitting at about 25, 26 miles away.
Probably. Listen to him.
And we can see it. Just run back from that so we get an idea of what we're looking at. Yeah, just to give you an idea of the distance that these boats are sitting at. Because these gormless ball earthers. Refraction, look, here you are guys. 2 guys fishing in a little boat. Let's just pan back from that and get an idea just how far away they are.
Yeah, it doesn't look that far.
Catch my drift, guys. If there is curve, it's supposed to be behind the curvature. Especially that little fishing boat should not be seen at all. I'm just going to try and zoom in and try and catch those two guys fishing again.
Yeah, there you are, not being able to see any other country whatsoever. Dean is a Flat Earth Fail compilation legend now, surely. Bless him. Okay, next up is our old friend Taboo Conspiracy, who has a series of short Flat Earth facts videos. We're going to take a look at his video number 13. Away you go, buddy.
On December 12th, 1901, Guglielmo Marconi received a transatlantic radio transmission at a distance of 2,135 miles. With the transmission tower height and elevation added in, at that distance, nearly 640 miles should have been hidden behind the Earth's curvature. 640 miles is enough to hide the United Kingdom if it were standing straight up. That is a very tall shadow.
Well, actually, Marconi thought that his signal would follow the curve of the Earth, which it did not. Initially, his signal headed off into space before bouncing off the ionosphere and finally reaching Canada. Now, this is something we can actually prove. 29 seconds in and you're already debunked.
In my previous Flat Earth Fact number 11 video, I described how the World War II German Knickbein bombing radio guidance system was not initially investigated because English scientists, including Churchill's scientific advisor, stated the curvature of the Earth would block the VHF beams, and so the targeting system could not exist. The advisors were mathematically right, but English lives were lost because the Knickbein system in fact existed, proving there was no Earth curvature.
Taboo Conspiracy never heard of silent Ks before. But anyway, again, bouncing off the ionosphere, etc., etc.
Likewise, naysayers told Marconi that it would be impossible to send a radio transmission over 200 miles, let alone 2,000 miles, because the curvature of the Earth should have blocked the transmission. Again, the naysayers were mathematically correct, but Marconi accomplished the feat and has been repeated many times at much further distances.
And again, ionosphere.
Because of Marconi, the ionosphere theory was then fabricated, claiming that the radio waves bounced off of the ionosphere.
Ah, okay, he's going to address it. Nice.
For Loran, the explanation is that the radio waves hugged the surface of the water. For Knickbein, since the beams were VHF, the issue has been avoided entirely, as Wikipedia and others have simply lied about the math and said that the Earth's supposed curvature wouldn't have been an issue at those distances. Do you see the pattern here?
Yeah, you didn't really address the ionosphere argument at all.
Repeatable scientific evidence proves the Earth is demonstrably flat.
If you interpret the results incorrectly, like you have. Ionosphere. Okay, our final video comes from What Popstar, who thinks that jet streams prove a flat Earth. Oh, blimmin' heck, here we go.
Hey everybody, this is Speak A Phenom, and I just got a tornado warning in my area, so I decided to look at the Doppler weather report and see what's going on. And so as I was looking at it, I noticed they changed the forecast because of the change in jet stream, you know. There's a change in the jet. I'm like, okay, sure. There's a change in the jet stream. So let's look at this jet stream, right? And like, we're on a globe that's supposedly spinning, right? It's supposedly a globe. And the jet stream looks like this. Makes no fucking sense whatsoever.
Why would it to someone that hasn't studied meteorology? It's not a simple concept to understand.
Look at this. This makes zero fucking sense. However, this makes sense. Do you see this flat Earth system jet stream over here? Do you see that?
Yeah, I see that, and it doesn't work. There's no jet stream over the UK, something which we know there absolutely is. It's why we can be on a similar latitude to Canada, but experience much milder weather.
That makes crystal clear sense.
Does it? What powers it? If the Earth is flat and stationary, what makes these jet streams go round in a perfect circle?
That's how it would work. But this makes no fucking sense. And if it doesn't make any sense, then it's nonsense.
Ah, good one. I like that. Well, flat Earth makes no sense at all. So by your own definition, flat Earth is nonsense.
Right? It's obvious that the flat Earth reality is not the globe model reality, but time and time again, we flat earthers have put out common sense facts like this to show you believe in bullshit. But it doesn't matter, because we all have the right to experience life the way we want to have our own version of reality, right?
Absolutely. And I will defend that right always. However, when you start pushing that reality onto others, especially when it's incorrect, that's when I have an issue.
That's what we all believe, right? We all have the right to believe in what each individual wants to believe. You don't have the right to tell somebody else what to believe. That's the way it goes here in America.
Okay, so why are all the American flat earthers then trying to convince everyone that the Earth is not a globe?
It's fine. You think Globe 1.0 is reality. The rest of us have upgraded to Flat Earth 2.0.
I don't think we're going to agree on what an upgrade is, buddy. Well, there we go. What a classic Flat Earth fail compilation that was, hey? Thoroughly enjoyed that one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, then please do like and subscribe. It'd be thoroughly appreciated. Just enough time to once again thank Mack Weldon for sponsoring today. Remember, for 20% off your first order, visit mackweldon.com/SimanDan and use my code SimanDan. I have been SimanDan. Have yourselves a great weekend, and I'll see you all on Tuesday for the return of Scientific Lee. See you then.